Jackson, 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kalada Kurubat. But my pleasure, always my pleasure, having you on the other side of the radio. I hope we can have a conversation for development despite the rainy weather out there. All right, I've got quite a package for you, mostly about Rivers State and the political intrigues and ordeals and all the back and the forth, and we'll talk about all of that. Remember, you can watch me live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. You can watch me live on YouTube as well, Nigeria Info PH, and you can watch live, or rather interact with us, because we are active on X, Nigeria Info PH. I would love you if you follow me as well on social media so we can form a community. The calendar is my handle, THEKALADA. All right, on that note, I welcome you once again. Let's quickly start with the big stories, as it is our custom. Some of you already know that it is our custom to start with the big stories. And top on the list of big stories that I have today is the conversation surrounding the political intrigue in Rivers State as it relates to, Governor Siminalayi Fubara. I do not like to call him, in the abbreviated form. Yeah, Governor Siminalayi Fubara, His Excellency, and his political godfather, the FCT Minister, Wike. So over the weekend, there were several events, and one of such events was the one attended by the FCT Minister, where he expressed his regrets to the choice of Siminalayi Fubara as governor for Rivers State. He also told the embattled House of Assembly members, about 27 of them, that they should not worry, they should not be bothered, they should not fret, that in due time, the law will take its course, that nobody can remove them, not even the courts can remove them, because the law will take its course. But let's take a listen while he spoke in Ogubolo local government area over the weekend.
People who appreciate what God has done for them, who appreciate what God has used people to do for them. God does not come down. God uses people to help people. So when you have been helped, you appreciate them, and then God will know that you have also appreciated him. I have never told anybody to worship me. Nobody can worship man. All of us believe that we only have one God, and it's only that God we worship, and we will continue to worship that God. But as politicians, we appreciate people who have helped, is it not? Ogubolo people. When I came to ask you to support me, you supported me. Is it not correct? Did I worship you? Did I worship you? But I have to appreciate you. Is that not correct? I want to say this clearly. Well, in life, when you have made a mistake, you say you have made a mistake. There's nothing you can do about it. I have made a mistake. I own it up, and I say, God forgive me. And I'll say, all of you forgive me. But we'll correct it at the appropriate time. I'm a human being. I'm bound to make a mistake. My judgment can be wrong. So forgive me for making a wrong judgment. That's life. So nobody should kill himself. Let me say this clearly. Arnold, don't be frightened that anybody would remove you as an assembly member. Nobody will remove you as an assembly member.
All right, you listened to that audio clip for yourself. Nobody can remove you as lawmakers. I know he was talking to one individual. I guess he was talking to all of them, basically. But what's your take on that? What's your take on that? But let's quickly look at another story, and an interesting one at that. Very interesting. Now, according to reports still over the weekend and still relating to the politics in Rivers State, some politicians from the state loyal to the FCT minister were seen marching on the streets of Port Harcourt in protest of the actions of the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara. Now, according to them, the move to demolish the House of Assembly quarters, I think the residents, that it's a wrong move, as there is nothing wrong, they emphasized, wrong with the assembly quarters. Now, as captured, I'll give you the story from two different news platforms. One is the Daily Trust, and the other will be from, our in-house bulletin. The Daily Trust captions it the way I like it, and they say, Rivers crisis, Wike's men march against Fubara in Port Harcourt. Now, prominent leaders of the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State on Sunday carried out a solidarity protest to the House of Assembly quarters in Port Harcourt. Desmond Akawo, Kingsley Chinda, Olakanwogu, Chief Tony Okocha, among others, were part of the protest. Now, the protesters rejected the alleged plan of the state government to demolish the complex. All right. Now, the protesters were received by Honorable Martin Samuel, Speaker of the House, faction loyal to Nyesom Wike, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Now, let's go to the in-house bulletin and read from the Nigeria Info Newsroom bulletin, where it says some leaders in Rivers State loyal to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike say the temporary chambers of the State House of Assembly at the residential quarters of the lawmakers do not need renovation. Martin Amewule-led lawmakers took the leaders on an inspection of the facilities and said the report of an integrity test carried out by professionals showed that the structure is in good shape. Addressing newsmen, the minority leader of the House of Representatives, Kingsley Chinda, advised Governor Fubara to exercise restraint in his actions.
We should be proud that our state assembly occupied these quarters. It is easier to destroy than to do. The one we have destroyed, have we made any move to rebuild it? Let us also caution that you must govern in line with rule of law. And so we want to advise our governor to bridle a little bit of the exuberance that we have seen within this period. It does not portend well for our state. We have not spoken to members of National Assembly. We have observed. But we cannot continue to fold our arms and watch our state slide. No one individual is larger than Rivers State.
On his part, former federal lawmaker Olakanwogu said pulling down a structure designated for legislative business cannot stop the assembly from holding its sitting. Also, the chairman of the caretaker committee of APC in Rivers State, Tony Okocha, said they will challenge the executive order by Governor Fubara temporarily relocating the chambers of the Rivers State House of Assembly to the government house. Take a listen.
It is also unthinkable that a governor can attempt to emasculate the legislative arm by promoting or projecting or proclaiming what he calls executive order to bring assembly into government house. In other words, you are not fusing the executive and the legislative arm in one. It is not done. It is not constitutional, and we reject it constitutionally. We will resist him.
All right, you had it for yourself. Remember on Friday, was it on Friday or was it on Thursday? The governor did pay an unscheduled visit to that quarters. And when he was asked, he said, of course, there's nothing restricting me from going there. I was going there on an, inspection basis, and it looks like it needs some remodeling. And, remodeling has been interpreted to mean that he might want to bring it down. So, the lawmakers went there alongside other politicians to look at it, and they're saying, hey, it does not need any renovation. It's very okay. But then the question I'm asking, now that we have our lawmakers, when I say our, I'm talking about Rivers State lawmakers at the national level coming into the crisis, now becoming vocal as it relates to the crisis, are we going to see the National Assembly step in? That's a question we need to answer. And how will that impact on the state, Rivers State, if the National Assembly decides to step in as it relates to the issue bedeviling the House of Assembly in Rivers State? Because there is, I believe, a part of the Constitution that talks about how the process with which the National Assembly can take over a state assembly. And I think if it has some kind of, constitutional crisis, as we are seeing right now, and like some of you have rightly noted, the judiciary, staying idle or not giving speedy judgments can also be said to have contributed to the quagmire we find ourselves in. But let's quickly look at our third big story so I can open the phone lines and allow you your views. My third big story has got to do with organized labor. Now, I hear that they are on the streets in certain towns and cities in Nigeria. The reports reaching me is that they are picketing NERC office in Abuja, and they are saying, we no go gree. Government reduced electricity price, or we no go gree. And basically what they are demanding is a reversal of the recent electricity tariff hike to what it used to be, because of the current state of the economy. Even the IMF is saying, hey, remove these subsidies once you've been able to stabilize the economy and reduce inflation. So, I mean, maybe for the first time, IMF is feeling the pains of Nigerians. I should say, I don't know, I'm not an economist, so maybe I might be wrong. But, the reports looks like it's on the side of the people this time. And they are likewise, NLC, saying, hey, subsidies should be removed in its entirety once we've been able to stabilize the economy. So, NLC, Organized Labor, is currently picketing. I don't know if the protest is still ongoing, but a report from earlier talked about picketing, discos, picketing NERC offices and such, one in Kano, Yola, Abuja. I don't know if it happened in Port Harcourt because I'm yet to get a report on that one. But yes, we saw them picket. Do you think it will be effective? Do you think, going out a protest or march on the streets will bring down, the electricity tariff? So they have been able to, shut down discos in Jos, in Ebonyi, in Kano, in Kaduna, in Bauchi, in Yola, NERC office in Abuja. Yeah, so this is what, happened today. I don't know if it's still ongoing, but I wonder if this will have any effect. Because trust me, given the current petrol situation, I was coming to work and I saw just by what do you call it now, the airport road, the NNPC petrol station there, I saw a long line, a queue forming. And I wonder what's the problem, because I've not heard of scarcity. So could it be the petrol price that is the problem? And all of these things are the issues. But hey, I've got to go and open the phone line so you can tell me what you think and what your thoughts are as we talk for development. Remember, you're listening to Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kalada Korubatiba. We're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. And we are active and interactive on X, Nigeria Info PH. And of course, you can follow me on social media, my personal social media accounts, Kalada, TheKalada. All right. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, and 0817 923 0007. All right, WhatsApp number. Remember, audio and text messages are allowed on WhatsApp on my show, so you can send it to 0809 030 6416. All right, Facebook, I'll take your comments there if you drop them. Let's see, do I have... He said the DFCT minister should keep his apology to himself. He's talking of showing appreciation to people that helped you in politics. What is the condition of Mr. Wike's relationship with Dr. Peter, the man who helped him politically? It is very annoying when I hear the FCT minister speak sometimes, because on every occasion he does so, he contradicts himself. My advice to both parties is to allow peace reign for the development of River State, because all over the print and social media, River State is trending for the very wrong reasons. Simply goodness from Malakai. I think I do agree with your last message. There's something trending on social media. I think it has to do with Ajurin Gilali. And I think it's an old video. I stand to be corrected, where he talked about the president, not taking sides. I think the side he should take should be the side of the people. I don't know if you agree with me on that one. But God's Power from HA, welcome. God's Power. Turn off your radio sets. What is on your mind?
I've done that.
All right.
Yes. I had the SDC spoke that nobody can remove them, even judiciary. I become confused. Are we not operating with constitution and judicial power?
Okay,
or are we operating on political or gun power or any other power apart from judiciary or constitution?
God's power in context. In context, he was actually saying the judiciary will not remove them because the law will take its course. In context, let's take it in context, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. If you boldly say nobody, you're saying that the judiciary. That means somebody is
because God's power. When I talk, I like to follow what was written, and he said that because he will follow the law. He says the law will take its course. So let's take it in context once again.
Let's watch out now. What the law will tell.
Okay.
Because all eyes are on the law now to take its course. Whether they are legitimately there or they are not. So that the case we rest and the River State will buy a relief. We are in trouble. Nothing is going on in River State. Let judicial come up and take decision on the matter when something has not fallen yet. Because there are a lot of tension, confusion, anarchy is coming into the state.
All right.
They should do something quietly. That's my take. All
right, Elder YM with God's Power. Thank you. I've got Bernard from Remo C. Is that Chief Bernard? Welcome on the show. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my. It's a rainy day, so the network is bound to be as crazy as it should. So maybe you should send voice notes on WhatsApp. Maybe so your voice note is very long, so I might skip that. Maybe you want to give me an abridged version. What is holding the cut from issuing an order for those from my House of Assembly members led by Mewole to vacate the Assembly quarters? This will allow for proper renovation for authentic members to move and occupy what is Judah Victor from Egbema. But Victor, you do know that you would have to ask the courts, right? Not the court just coming up with an order like that. Please let Wike leave our Ogbonge governor Fubara. He has ruled 8 years as an Ikwere man. Wide agreed. If Wike refused to leave him alone, our Ogbonge governor Fubara should immediately use his executive order on him to stop him from having any meetings with his followers in the state. Secondly, I'm happy that our Ogbonge governor is hitting them hard, like what my governor said last time. They want to know where it's coming from, but he'll be hitting them hard. As it is pain Wike supporters, it is sweet we Fubara supporters. Indu from Oigbo. Ambition says, why is this governor who has nothing to show for his time so far in office always looking for what to demolish? Governor Fubara is... Okay, I'm going to skip that part. You said he demolished the assembly building and has not rebuilt it, and now trying to demolish the assembly quarters. What has he built since he came into office? How many schools and hospitals has the governor renovated in Rivers State? We have 3 branches of government. The governor is only in charge of the executive branch, and if he inflames the state further, we will have a state of emergency declared. Flat F from Port Harcourt. I've got Muriel from Okrika. Welcome. What is on your mind? Hello, Miriam, are you there?
Yes, KDB. Good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. Now, if the governor, let's go with the governor's statement in Ogublo. If the governor...
The former governor, you mean?
The former governor, sorry. If he's sitting in the area of having faith, it's not wrong, even if you know that you lose the case, everybody is going with the mind that you win it. But I would say the governor maybe he has been so involved in politics that he has read his law book for a very long time. Maybe he has not read the Constitution for a very long time. Otherwise, this would be for him to believe that the Constitution will work, will be overruled for the sake of the 7 lawmakers. If that happens, KDB, so many persons are talking about it. Parliament is talking about this matter. The whole nation is talking about this matter. If you listen to news, almost all the news channels are talking about this matter. If the president dares bring down the Constitution for the 27 lawmakers, then he has told the nation, okay, maybe everybody should shun the Constitution and begin to do whatever they like and do and bring up their own Constitution, to bring up their own Constitution. Because we are all watching, people are watching. This River State case is a case in point. And for the governor to almost beat the case to say, this is what they do, this is what they do, that they will not be reassuring his voice. Trust me, this account, that thing they do, that thing they must do, because everybody is watching. All flashlights, everybody has been their flashlight, their flashlight. River State, things to happen.
All right.
And for the little boys that are going about asking that the House of Assembly complex should not be renovated, ask every one of them, when they've not gotten into politics and when they came into politics, did they not renovate their personal houses? We are those personal houses trying almost up to desert because they renovate. You see, even when you go through their houses, you see that renovations have been done. They are the house at the time of collapse. So if the governor says he wants to renovate it, make it find the problem, it can do it.
All right then. All right. Thank you very much. We've got Zion, network terrible. I said it. Well, let's look at this one. It says, "Good afternoon, Mr. Canada. What is that is giving Wike the boldness to think that nobody can remove the embattled lawmakers? Let's watch and see if anyone is greater than the Constitution of a country." Thank you. And this one says, "Good afternoon, Canada. They all know that they messed up by defecting to the APC. At this point, all eyes are on the court to make things right. If in any case the court reinstates the lawmakers, the governor will be impeached. Sadly, it is actually a risky politics both parties are playing. God help us all, because governance is suffering." Mike from Thai. And I do agree, governance is suffering. The people are... I just said, "Good afternoon, Katie. I just bought fuel for 835 naira per litre, and we ain't saying anything about it. Every day we keep talking about Seaman Wike's martyr. This is frustrating." And I just talked about it. At least give me credit for that. I brought it up. I just said, see, I saw a queue on my way to work. Mufasa from D-Line, welcome.
Yeah, hi, Kalada. Good afternoon.
Yeah, greetings to you. Welcome on the show.
All of a sudden, the governor has now become the one that is exuberant, according to
my rule. My rule is we don't tackle. Just go straight to your opinion, please, and you're entitled to yours.
Hello.
Yeah, you're entitled to your own opinion, not another person. So let's get to hear yours, please.
No, the House of Reps member was the one who said that the governor is exuberant.
Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the headlines he said. Yeah. At all of a sudden, the governor has not become the one who is exuberant. Well, I think the only thing I would take from all that he said when he was wailing was the fact that he said that no single individual can be bigger than the state. And I want to agree with him on that. That is why we are appealing and begging the people who have this larger-than-life impression of themselves, the people who feel that they are the only people who have made people who they are today, to take a cue from what the House of Member has said, that no individual can be bigger than the state.
All right.
The state belongs to the people, and the people are solidly behind their governor. So please, let us try to know this, that there can only be one governor at a time. And currently, the governor of River State is Satinalai Fubara. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic
All right, thank you very much. I've got Engineer Lumba from Harcourt. Lumba, welcome. What's on your mind? I like to hear from you.
I greet you, Canada. Canada, you know people they talk. They said because people did not ask to eat. That's why they died before. They did not eat before they died. Because if you did not ask before you eat, it's even what we have been saying over the years, that what they're doing in Nigeria is not sensation. You see that this thing that government says now have feel that particular thing. That people have been deceiving people. They say that they are doing the election. The former governor are the one that chose this man. If this man did not go by voting, this is what I know what happened that I want.
When he says he chose, it could mean anything. Let's not go that route because I know where you're going to. Can I explain? No, Lombard. Wait, Lombard? Before you get to the judiciary, let's tackle this one. Now, it could have meant that he chose him to lead as the candidate of the PDP during the election, and then did everything within his arsenal to ensure he won the election. That could also mean. I played the soundbite for you, didn't I? I am saying, and I will repeat myself. It could also mean rather that he made it possible for him to emerge as the candidate for the PDP and emerge as winner.
Yes, people are voting. One person cannot make people to one person.
But I mean, your pastors influence you to do stuff, right?
Have representatives 250,000 people that run around and get police units.
Like I said, I'm not saying you weren't, but I'm also telling you that I was also on the field, and it could mean that the then governor had influence enough to influence people. So let's stay with that. Let's stay with that, please. All right. So to your next thought.
God bless you, Canada.
All right then. Clinton from Bori, welcome on the show.
Canada, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Clinton.
First, I want us to establish something here. I, congratulating, will never support the governor to demolish the assembly quarters. Why did I say so? From the look of things, that place is still very fresh and not up for renovation of any sort.
All right.
Again, that structure was built by taxpayers' money. So coming to renovate it means they're still going to use taxpayers' money to renovate it. I am not in support. Then, on the statement of the former governor of Rivers State, that he chose choosing Fubara, I know you're trying to fine-tune everything there, but we know as politicians we know what it means.
What does it mean?
We are truly practicing democracy, as we say. I don't think one man can arrogate such powers to himself.
Okay, you know what, Clinton? Let's take a trip to the United States. Before you become a candidate of a political party, do you know that there are people who would, sign? You don't even have to buy tickets or any of that. There are people who would sign and say, okay, we approve the character and the personality of this person to become a candidate of the party. And then you don't spend a dime of your money, right? There are people who will sponsor, or maybe you could spend a dime of your money, maybe. But on certain occasions, there are people who would set up a campaign on your behalf, sponsor your emergence. And so those people can actually claim and say, oh, I made him president. So I'm painting different pictures because we don't have the facts to what really happened. If you were asked to come prove otherwise, would you be able to do that? That's my argument.
I understand. In context of that statement, the statement he made, he was not saying that he regretted supporting Fubara to be governor.
Okay.
He regretted choosing Fubara to be governor. We are educated people, but let's leave that. What I want in Rivers State is peace and development.
Okay.
I don't see how all this crisis brings food to my table. It doesn't. So what I'm saying, it is not a matter of the National Assembly intervening. It is not a matter of the President intervening. It's a matter of the Chief Justice of Nigeria intervening, because these matters are sub judice. There are plethora of court cases in different courts in Nigeria. Some of only jurisdictions that have not been determined.
I agree.
So I want the Chief Justice of Nigeria to ensure that he calls those judges in charge of these cases to facilitate these cases and ensure that justice is delivered on them. If these people are lawmakers, by virtue of the Constitution, let them remain as lawmakers. If they are not, conduct fresh elections so that, see, the politics in Rivers is too much. No development, no jobs. So this is what we should be calling for, not policy every day. People should also remember that at the end of the time, Rivers people will ask for a scorecard. And not just, if they would not even listen to him, he will say his government was benevolent with the crisis. They will not take crisis. What they will ask for is a scorecard. So I'm calling the governor, please, governor, ensure that you avoid these distractions and focus on true governance of Rivers State.
All right, thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Clinton. For those of you who are saying, what the former governor was saying, that maneuvered his way, into choosing the current governor, then, would you not be supporting? Think about it. So let's not go that route. So I would not allow speculation on the show. But this one says, peace on to Rivers State. On the Wike shares regret choosing Fubara headline. And he says, peace on to Rivers State. On the politicians loyal to FCT minister march against Fubara in Port Harcourt. And on the Organised Labour Picket NERC Disco's offices, he says, so we the workers actually prevented from going in? Or is he saying, so we are so where the work is actually prevented from going in, because I see this as an exercise in futility. After today, it is business as usual. We don't suffer for these people. Hand Newton Ikira with that one. I've got Jude from Omuma. Jude, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you. Yeah, welcome.
I'd like to speak on the protest against the governor's visit to assembly quarters. The protesters, yes, it's their constitutional right to protest. But I think the governor is very clear. He chose his words very, very carefully. He said he's looking at remodeling the quarters. Remodeling. I think what he's looking at, he may be looking at facilities that were not there before, making it more comfortable for people, for the residents there. He didn't say the structure has structural defect, as the protesters alleged. He says, so there's nothing wrong in what the governor wants to do, remodeling the place. The question is, where are those people going to be, the assembly people and all that, but not about the structure.
Of course, there is the executive order. There is the executive order.
Make it more comfortable for them.
Oh my! Can you hear me now, Jude?
So there's no question about what he thinks he wants to do there. The governor has the right to remodel or reshape any structure in the state, including the quarters.
Okay then.
So the protesters, I don't think what they have said makes any sense in what they're trying to. They can protest. They can protest. It's their right.
All right.
But the governor has a right to remodel any structure, keep it in any shape. It is even doing something the secretariat that is taking all the civil servants. And they are talking about the assembly quarters, that is a small place. So
right.
Let him go ahead. I'm not saying he can. Let him go ahead and do what he wants to do.
All right,
the important thing is he has the support of the Rivers people. I continue to repeat.
Okay, that is relative. But I've got to go, Jude. I'm sorry. That is relative, and apparently you cannot hear me, so I would have to cut it because we're not having a conversation. But let's listen to this sound bite from Ibiso.
No. Rivers Wahala. The former governor was saying people are ungrateful. I want to ask, what of those that help him to be a governor? How far is the relationship with them? And the other one is about the assembly member that is saying they should not worry. Yes, let the court decide. Let the court decide. When the governor say, I don't want to bow down to worship any man, maybe they have some discussion inside their parlor or in a bedroom before the man emerges as the governor. So the man have his own reason, which me and you will not know. And the other one, the elders from AP, some AP members and PDP elders taking a road walk. I would say it's road walk where they are going for exercise to see Martins and Mabel and his colleagues. Nothing wrong inside. So if other people are taking the road walk again, they should not castigate them. Yes, there is heat wave everywhere. So they are taking the road walk to go and see Martins and Mabel. No problem. Express their own view. No wahala. Now, the Michael Okoshigu Shinda was saying,
Kingsley Shinda.
They are washing. Barry Piggy said that the government is not picking calls. So if you want to impeach him. They didn't say anything. You see, Kalada, my own problem is when this thing starts, you as a National Assembly member, a minority leader in the House of Rep, cannot call your people to order or tell the minister that this thing is not good. They will not tell him. They will pamper everything. Okay, all is well, we are with you. That is the problem of Rivers State.
All right.
And the youth should use their head. Because these same people, Tony Okocha was in APC. And today is in APC and PDP. And the same youth that time come out, create enemy with their fellow youth. Everybody should use our own head. Because these men will use you and settle themselves. Now they are coming out that the governor will have friends. As we are going in life, you must have friends. If they want the governor to stand alone, Liverpool say never walk alone. So the governor not walk alone. So he cannot stand alone. Thank you.
All right, this one says the judiciary has brought confusion in Rivers State. If we cannot ask the judiciary for interpretation of the law, now who we go ask? I will stand for peace. Also, courage, Bobo, with that one. Jennifer Samida says John Mbata made a mistake handing you over to Orderly to make you Obiakpol local government chairman. Amechi made a mistake sending your name to Jonathan for ministerial appointment. Jonathan made a mistake fighting Amechi in order to make you governor. Mary and Peter Orderly made a mistake having you win your Supreme Court cases to retain you as governor. So all of those persons are your enemies. You are the only one who is right. How else can we define? Okay, right. I think you got it right up until that point. But you say everything is about you. If it is not about you, then the system must be destroyed. That's from Jennifer Saminda. Thank you very much. Let's see. We have other messages. I've got a couple of messages, but I can. Justin Maddy says all we want is peace and development in Rivers State. All right. Okay. Cool. All of these messages on Facebook. I guess my network is slow, so I'm struggling to read. OGRE says, good afternoon. Please help me tell. I think you meant the governor. If that name is for the governor, I'm sorry. But you said, please help me tell the governor to rejuvenate and build companies and factories. This whole shenanigans called Organised rattle is so boring from OGRE. Okay, let's see. Do we have other messages here? Sunday, thank God Akandu says, those illegal assembly members have lost their seats automatically as enshrined by our constitution. All the protest runs by Wike men can't stop it. New speakers emerged and legislative duties commenced. Sunday, thank God Akandu put Harcourt. And Gabi Quire says, let the judiciary do the needful and put the whole imbroglio into a logical conclusion before things get out of hand. And Anthony Onwa Igwe says, Wike should allow Governor Singh do his work in Rivers State. I can remember when ex-Governor Wike said Abuja politicians are the enemies of Rivers State. Now ex-Governor Wike is allowing himself to be an enemy of the state. Okay, all right. I've got John Ingbe says, I can read that, not for radio. Okay. This says Emmanuel Wilson. I thought he once said that Fubara won free and fair election, which means Rivers people chose him. Since when was he chosen by Wike? You see, the evil that men do live with them. All right, let's come here. This one says, Canada, for me, the yesterday minister's regret is inconsequential because God even regretted after creating man. Americana Chigo from Ogbakiri. And this one says, my name is Blessing from Joba. Rivers State is a one-man state and the world is owned by God. Those parading themselves as the state owners should please pause and leave the state in peace. Every good leader allows whoever he has made to rule in peace while he provides an oversight. As for those who resign from PDP to ABC, they should enter. Okay, you said they should leave the assembly alone. All right, that's the best I can do with that message.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kalada. This is Victor from GRA. In response to what former Governor Wike said, I want to believe our leaders most of the times consider the rule of law as practiced in other developing or developed country I want to believe that they consider this rule of laws and also the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria before we make some of these kind of statements, because the truth is some of these statements have a way of it's almost as though it has a subtle way of affecting our ideologies about the courts. There is a popular saying that the judiciary is the final hope of the common man, but with the way things are happening right now, I doubt that, because if you're making the statement that nobody is going to remove you from the House of Assembly as a House of Assembly member, I want to believe that he is making that statement on the standpoint of the law taking its course. Because if we are to judge these by what the Constitution says, the 27 lawmakers have already lost their seats. So there is nothing they can do about it. So let's just wait for the court before some of us will be making some of these assumptions and some of these statements that probably may cause more chaos than settling the crisis in Rivers State. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. This one says you are misrepresenting the fact that they are legitimate members of the State House of Assembly who never defected to APC. What fact are you talking about? I don't get. What fact am I misrepresenting? I can't remember now. Can you claim you didn't drop your name, but you said I'm misrepresenting the fact? What fact are you talking about? This says, good afternoon, Canada. Mr. Wike is yet to come to the reality that he's losing it in Rivers State. He has been apologizing for all I know. He apologized to Rivers people in the case of Sheriff, Secondus, Tambuwal, etc. and the governor. He would continue to apologize to Rivers people because it has never been for Rivers people, but for himself. Wike should go and rest. Ben from Port Harcourt. Melody Uniport. My father said that when an old woman falls down twice, she will re-examine herself. How long can Wike mistakes be tolerated? He made a mistake supporting Amechi, Ali Modu, Sheriff, Tambuwal, Uche Secondus, Yocha Ayu, Atiku, and now Fubara Abba Wike. What a terrible strategist you are. Why don't you calm down and realize that the gods are redirecting your mortal why would you use that word? Okay, but you say your mortal greed with caution. It is time for Wike to re-examine himself and understand that he can't do more than his God's given capacity. He who pursues an innocent chicken will always stumble. It's only overfeeding that makes a man challenges God's to endure. Boasting that no one can remove the lawmakers is like challenging the gods to an egelege wrestling context, I think you meant to say. Wike, how many times did I call you Melody Uniport? Alright, this one says, handsome from Abba. Good afternoon, Kalada. Have they made public what their problems are? Until then, I have nothing to say to them. I think they have. And in our next, not our next conversation, but in our conversation, the 5 o'clock hour, we will look at some, and even in our next conversation, we'll look at some of the reasons that both sides are given as to why there is this fight in Rivers. So let's go for the news first. Business update. After the business update, you and I will talk some more. Good afternoon.
It's 4 o'clock.